Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to another Tech Talk with Noah and Antonio. I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown on this week's episode. We start things off by talking through Samsung's Galaxy Unpacked 2019. We talk about the new Galaxy S10e, the S10, and the S10 Plus. We also talk about some new interesting tech that we've discovered, like a retractable MacBook charger and being able to sit courtside at an NBA game via VR. So again, thanks for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy this week's episode of Tech Talk with Noah and Antonio.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're listening to this. To another episode of Tech Talk with Antonio and Noah, or Noah and Antonio, however you want to put it. Wow, it has been a rough week for both of us, hasn't it?
I mean, speak for yourself. It's been a pretty good week for me.
Dude, it's been so busy with traveling, coming back, and like homework and everything. It's just been nuts.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree with you. I think it's been hard to try to get together and film. You know, I don't know if you guys know, but we both live an hour and a half away from each other, so it's really hard to sometimes if we both have something going on, it's hard to get together and film and record and mainly film because was it Sunday? Yeah, 2 days ago we tried to we thought we had a spot picked out, but turns out they closed an hour before we thought they did. And we weren't able to have like a place to film, so we had to push off, or we were just gonna wait a whole nother week and then just try to film at our normal spot. But here we are, trying to do it over the internet, the power of the internet.
Yeah, I mean, World Wide Web, am I right?
Hey, World Wide Web. You can do anything on the World Wide Web, huh?
Okay, so really what I want to cover in this episode is the Samsung event. Wow, so many devices, world time.
I mean, like, I have the website here pulled up of everything they announced, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different devices that they came out with.
Yeah, it was the Galaxy Fold, S10e, S10, S10 Plus, the tablet they came out with, the watch.
Oh, I didn't even count the tablet. Yeah, well, I wonder why they don't have that on here.
I don't know. I think their main focus right now as a company is their mobile phone, especially with their laser cut, super accurate hole punch display, which I'm actually a huge fan of because the less notches and bezels on the screen, the better. I like a whole screen. I like to view, and I don't like. I mean, don't get me wrong. The iPhone, it looks good, but at the same time, I don't want that little hump in the top of the screen to like block everything. It's a pretty big hump there. Yeah, I don't want it to wrap around. I just kind of want it to. I don't know, but this is probably the closest we're ever going to get to that. So, I mean, kudos to Samsung for, bringing us one step closer. Yeah. Not only on the hole punch, but like one step closer to a next generation of phones. Them announcing the foldable phone was honestly just the smartest move for them.
It's like the first of its like thing, right? I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a foldable phone.
Well, FlexPi is a company that released a foldable phone, I think, last year.
FlexPi?
Yeah, FlexPi. And they have a foldable phone, but it's like it almost seems like a child's toy. It doesn't seem like a phone because it's bendable, but it doesn't like actually like completely fold one side onto the other.
Oh, I see. So it's kind of more like a.
It's kind of like a kid's safety tablet.
It looks like a Surface, Surface Pro or something.
Yeah, well, it's like a Surface Pro that like bends. It's cool. It bends.
I mean, technically, they did the first like bendable, screen.
It's a
right?
flexible smartphone. I mean, really, if we're being honest, iPhone did the first bending of the phone with the iPhone 6, right? Or was it 6S? That bends in the back of the pockets. Yeah.
That was so funny. Everyone was like bending their phones and then like getting mad when it bent. They're like, this should not be. All I'm doing is putting a whole lot of pressure on it. Are you serious right now?
I'm just sitting on my phone. Like, what the hell?
I just ran over it with my car. Why is it bending? That's like the people on YouTube.
Dude, but no, I mean, for them to take, I mean, excuse my language, but like ballsy move to go ahead and take that innovation, and I can see why they did it because the Galaxy came out 10 years ago, and they thought, man, with this new 10 years, we want to start. I mean, they didn't really start it, but if honestly, I would count that as the first foldable phone because it actually folds.
Yeah, like it completely folds.
I mean, it's nice, but 19. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk today. $1,980 foldable phone. Man,
yeah, I don't know about that price though. That's a steep price,
especially for being the first of its kind. And they during that conference, they had a demo person. He was very nice. And the presenter on the whatever stage, and he was telling him like, oh, do this and this and this, and like I couldn't help but notice while I was watching the demo person go through the phone, and go through all the apps and unfold and fold it back. There's just a bit of like lag and like latency problems. Like it was just slow, and I was like, man, I don't. If it
so
does
do you think so is it already out or is it
it's coming out,
are they still developing it?
No, it is supposed to be, I think they said like what, this month or next month, sometime release.
Man, well they better get together then. Hopefully that was just their demo, their prototype or something.
See, that's what I'm so scared of is I was like, man, I would feel bad for anybody that purchased almost $2,000 for a phone.
Yeah.
That just was like, that's all. I mean, don't get me wrong. Their infinity display where it just leaks over to the other side, beautiful. The resolution and camera is pretty good. But it's just that unsure that it's going to be that smooth compared to the Galaxy S10 and the S10 Plus.
Yeah.
Because both those phones are packing 12 gigs of RAM, which is unbelievable. I mean, that's really competing with not only iPhones, but the Razer smartphone as well, smartphone 2.
Yeah. So my thing with the Fold is like, there's the main display and then the cover display. I am confused. So the display, which one would be the cover display? So it says main display is a 7.3 inch. And then the cover display is 4.6 inch. So does that mean
it means you can look at the phone either side, and it'll work.
So so when it's closed, right? That's the main. That's the cover display.
Whatever side you're looking at the phone. So if you're looking at the front side, that's that 7-inch display. If you're looking at the back side, I don't know. To be honest, let's find out.
I'm looking at it right now. It's just still kind of confusing. But my main thing is like when it's closed and you're looking at just the main, like the main front side of it. It's a really small screen. Like it doesn't take up all of the glass.
Oh, okay. So no, I was wrong completely. So yeah, no. The front side of the phone, that's my biggest issue. It is so small.
It looks weird.
It is ridiculousely small. That's like reverting back. See, now, and it has like, it just looks kind of dinosaurish to me. Yeah. It kind of looks like the first cell phone. You know, the big blocky one with the antenna on top. Like that's just not something I want in a phone.
So maybe that's not meant to be like the functionality part of it. Maybe you're only supposed to use that to like change music and like see notifications, right? And then you're supposed to open it to actually like go into the phone.
But I don't want to have to do that. I think most consumers will agree with me on that point. Is like, I should be able to use this phone, especially for $2,000, any way I want to. Whether I want to open it to text people or to go to YouTube and explore the internet, whatever, or to keep it closed and text people, which would probably be much easier on such a really big phone.
It reminds me of this iPhone case I saw where like the backside was also a display, but it wasn't like an actual display. It was more of a just kind of like a screen that just kind of showed stuff. That's kind of what it reminds me of. So not like a fully functional like screen that can actually, I don't know, display correctly, but more of just like a backside display. Yeah. You know?
So I mean, okay, so this phone does have the Snapdragon in it, which is a very good processor. Yeah. Snapdragon 855. It's got 12 gigs of RAM, which is very good for a phone. Crazy. But still, I still see those latency problems when he is transitioning and like trying to use. I saw him like push his finger a couple times on the messaging app to like actually open it, which really bugged me. But again, you still get 4,380 milliamps of battery, which is great. But I feel like with if you're constantly opening and closing the foldable phone, it's going to take a lot of battery out of it.
Yeah.
So
I think so too.
Pros, foldable phone.
It folds. That's the pro.
Cons, it's just not ready yet.
Yeah, I love the idea, but I don't love the execution. I feel like I feel like there could be a little bit more thought into it. Man, and it makes sense. They're probably just trying to be the first ones to do it, right? And so they just want to get it out there. That's exactly
what I was going to go. Yeah. They're probably trying to be the first ones to do it. Not only that, but beat Apple to it. Yeah. And I feel like they should have just taken more time with it, crafted this to be just a better phone. I mean, I feel like they focus more on the screen when you unfold it, like the bigger screen, rather than focusing on the front of the phone, because basically we're just reverting backwards to sacrifice for a foldable screen, and I don't want to do that.
I think they should have called it like a foldable tablet or something, right?
Yeah.
Versus a foldable phone, because then it's not, because right, looking at it now, I don't think it's much of a phone, right? When I look at my phone and think of like how easy it is to use my phone, I don't know if it'd be as intuitive as an actual phone,
Exactly. Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you.
But with saying all that, it's still a really, really nice device. Kudos to Samsung.
100% buy a foldable phone when it works and when it's ready.
If I had the money.
If I also had $2,000 to throw away at a phone that I'll probably break in the first 2 days of having it.
That is crazy. But swinging on over to the next main device, I think, is the Galaxy S10 Plus.
Oof, that's a good one. I am honestly super, super excited for all the three of these lineups. I love the colors that they're coming out with. Actually, there's one color I don't like, which is the flamingo pink.
Where do you see the colors at?
It's on their main website, but I'm on... oh my gosh. My storage is full on my phone. There goes the video.
That's all right. We'll just keep going. I see the colors now. I see the colors.
Yeah, but yeah, the colors are nice.
Say you don't like the flamingo?
The flamingo pink.
I don't even see it. I see prism white, prism black, prism green, prism blue.
If you go to Samsung.com/US/ you go to phones, right?
Okay, yeah.
And you go to Galaxy S series, and then you go to S10 and learn more. And then you go to, what was it? Performance? You can go all the way down to the bottom of the page. Viewers or listeners, feel free to join me in this so you can get the full specs too. There is flamingo pink for all options on the Galaxy S10e, Galaxy S10, and the S10 Plus.
Oh, yeah, and I have seen that, but
the flamingo pink, and it is really pink, like ridiculously pink.
For those pink lovers out there, that's a phone for them.
So, yeah, starting off with the Galaxy S10 and kind of or S10 Plus and working our way down, it has a 6.4-inch display, and this is edge-to-edge. And what I think was a huge improvement, and what's going to be setting a high bar for the rest of the fingerprint scanner phones, is the ultrasonic finger sensor. So instead of having the regular sensor on the screen with your home button or whatever, it's ultrasonic rays that are pushed onto your finger to scan it that way instead of being directly on the screen. So
under the display?
Yeah, underneath the display.
Nice.
And it will be faster and more secure. Quoted Samsung. Also, I love the battery life. I think that's going to be amazing with this phone. I almost said camera, because the camera is going to be pretty well with this phone. I mean,
yeah, especially with the Plus. Like, what does it say? It says 12 megapixels 12 megapixel telephoto camera, 12 megapixel wide angle, and then 16 megapixel ultra wide camera. Mm-hmm. So it has 3 cameras at different focal lengths, which is pretty cool.
That is cool, but one thing, I've seen some sample pictures from NKBHD and some other YouTubers that have already gotten a chance to play with this phone, is it's got the case of Samsung phones where everything is just kind of too exposed.
I noticed that because I've seen those Twitter posts where like Casey Neistat will post like the Pixel, the iPhone, and the Samsung all compared, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like with the iPhone, it's kind of just dark. And with the Galaxy, it's bright and it's just kind of like overdone. But with the Pixel, it's always like perfect. It's a perfect balance. And so I think, I think I know exactly what you mean by it being overexposed.
Yes, it's just, I'm sorry. Anyway, I do like the ultra wide angle telephoto, especially the telephoto, because it's going to really compress those images and flatten them to give you not only a good sense of scenery, but also give those colors a little pop. And you can even bring it into Photoshop or Lightroom and make those colors stand out even more, which will make your Instagram game very strong. But yeah,
so looking at the time. Yeah, looking at the video specs though, it shoots 4K, which is pretty common with phones nowadays. But it looks like it has a internal stabilizer.
Yeah.
It says super steady. That's what they call it, super steady. Yeah. So it's like with I'm watching like a little comparison video and it's showing. Yeah. No, actually, I think it looks like a digital stabilizer. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's mechanical. Yeah, it's definitely.
It's a digital. It's all software.
Yeah, I mean, it still looks pretty good.
It looks good, but that's the problem with it. Is I'm hoping when I think of software stabilizers, I always think of Warp Stabilizer back in Adobe Premiere. And like whenever you move it, like if you ever used Warp Stabilizer on some glass when you're filming, it just it does not like glass at all, and it will it'll look, your video will look like a wavelength of audio.
Man, so it can record slow motion, right? Yeah. Guess how many frames per second it does?
120?
No, 960 frames per second.
Holy crap.
I'm guessing that's like 720p because that's crazy if that's like 1080. No, it definitely looks 720. But no, that's some serious slow-mo right there.
That's
You're
insane.
Almost in the 1,000. It's like, 40 frames away from 1,000 frames per second.
Mm-hmm. And what's really cool about not only the Galaxy S10 Plus, but all the other, the Galaxy S10 as well, is, oh my gosh, why did my thought just leave me? Well, number one, the processing power is amazing for both phones.
Yes.
I mean, even really the S10e, which is a direct competitor to the iPhone XR, even that, power for phones, but the Galaxy S10 Plus and the S10, oh my gosh, why did I lose my thought? Jeez. This is why I can't do a podcast, man.
Man, you know what? It's all right. Just gather yourself, think about it.
They both have the intelligent Wi-Fi and LTE. So they'll connect. So say, your phone will connect to Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah.
If the phone notices that the LTE network is better in the download and upload speed, it'll automatically switch back to LTE.
Yeah. I think, Samsung has had that for a while, Galaxy. Because like on my, I'm pretty sure, because on my old like S5, that was the last Galaxy I had, it would do that. And I remember I had to get mad because it's like, no, I don't want to waste all my data because I'm on Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
but it was like, no, but right now your data is faster, so just use your data. And I was like, no, I want to use Wi-Fi.
See,
but no, that is pretty cool though.
And most phones do that, but with the iPhone, it's just so slow. Like, it will take forever. And if it just can't connect, it'll just completely cut the Wi-Fi out. It won't wait until it's faster.
Yeah. I didn't even know the iPhone does it.
Mm-hmm. And then both S10, S10 Plus have 12 gigs of RAM as well, so it's going to be very smooth. I did notice a couple, like the same thing with the Galaxy Fold, where there was a little bit of latency problem. That might have been just because of the phone that they were using. I don't know if it'll carry over to other phones.
Yeah, hopefully they get that fixed.
Yeah, that's going to really worry me because of the price of the phones. The iPhone S10e, though, is a $750 phone, so I'm not entirely too worried about that. But if I was going to get an S10, I'm going to go out and get the S10 Plus.
Yeah, what's the difference between the 10 and the 10e?
So the 10 and the 10e are differentiated by their size. So S10e has a 5.8-inch display. It's not edge-to-edge, it's flat.
Okay.
The fingerprint scanner is on the lock and power button instead of on the screen. And it only has 2 cameras instead of 3.
Gotcha.
On the back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at it now, so it looks more like an iPhone just without the notch.
It really...
10e.
Yeah. I mean, it really looks like... I'm just not to, like... repeat myself, but it really does look like a direct competitor to the iPhone XR, and it really is, being around the same price range and offering, just the same thing. Really, just a little brother to the S10.
Yeah. No. Yeah. And the S10, I just love the wraparound display. I think it looks really clean.
Another thing that Samsung released was the S10 5G that's going to be released later this year. No specified date yet, I don't think.
And I'm pretty sure it's only to like Sprint users, correct?
Verizon, I think.
Verizon, that's who it is, yeah.
But if you remember our talk in the previous episode, it's not ready. 5G isn't ready yet. And it won't probably be ready for another year.
Yeah, so I wonder what their plan is with that.
So they might wait a year till Verizon is ready? I think so. I think it, because I don't want them to. I can see them releasing it a little bit early, before 5G comes out, and then having that availability to just switch switch to 5G.
Yeah.
But
because it just has the phone just has the capabilities, right? So it's like it's like putting navigation in a car, knowing that there's going to be navigation soon, and then just saying, "Oh yeah, hey, we already have that in the car."
Yeah. And, man, what does the S10 5G have? It has like 4 cameras on the back instead of 3.
Does it? Do they have the specs out on that?
They don't have direct specs. There's 2 front-facing, or wait, is that 3 front-facing cameras? I don't even know. It doesn't give any real specs, but from what I can see from the images on the Samsung Galaxy or Samsung website, is that it's 1, 2, 3, 4 lenses on the back. And then it looks to be 2, possibly 3 on the front, with the hyper download speed without Wi-Fi and the hyper streaming, so you can watch Netflix with for sure no buffering.
Nice.
But
that's what they're promising.
I'm guessing so. It's on their front page, so.
Man.
What I am curious is iPhone's response this year. I don't think the keynote has been released yet of when it's going to be.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming it's going to be live streamed on Twitter, since Samsung did it and iPhone did it, or Apple did it last year. So make sure you're following us on Twitter to make sure just to stay up to date, because during the Samsung live stream, we were tweeting live what we were seeing and our responses to most things. So just make sure you're following us on Twitter. Our handle is at TechTalkNA. So just give us a follow. We'll be posting updates on, where we're recording. We'll post our podcast there in case you miss it. And just any tech updates or news that we see, we'll retweet it. So just make sure you're following us at TechTalkNA.
Yeah. So I just looked up Apple's next keynote. Didn't find it, but I did find that they're holding an event on March 25th to unveil its new subscription service.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like a new video streaming service or something.
Wow.
Yeah. So that'll be the next type of event, but I don't think they're releasing anything else.
Okay. So really, I mean, obviously, we're not going to go too much into the Samsung conference as we want to this episode because there's just so many things released with the tablet, the smartphones, foldable phone, 5G, with Verizon and Sprint and everybody making an appearance there. So, closing on Samsung event, just giving some final thoughts. I'm excited to see what people think of the foldable smartphone when it's in the hands of people. I absolutely love the S10 Plus and the S10. As a full-time, hyper beast iPhone person, am almost really considering switching over to that phone. I want to wait and see what Apple's response is before I make any big purchases. But so far, I mean, I really like the S10. It's a solid phone.
I think it just comes down to whatever most fits your day-to-day life,
Exactly.
If you're just someone looking to just have a phone and just have it there just to work, then choose what you think is going to be fit, So I don't think I think there's a certain phone for everyone, and everyone has different lives and everyone uses their phone differently. So, I mean, whatever you think, like I said, whatever you think fits your lifestyle.
So the S10, by the way, Samsung Galaxy S10 is going to be around $900.
And is that without a contract?
That is full retail price.
Okay, I see.
Verizon is offering like $37.49 a month, so not too bad, I guess, for a phone.
Not too bad.
Still kind of pricey, but I mean, that's really how a phone is going to be nowadays. Sadly, they're just only going to get more and more expensive. And oh man, is Samsung even putting the S10 Plus on their website? I'm trying to see it. How much are they offering for it? I can't even see it.
Oh, you mean like pricing and whatnot?
Yeah, like pre-ordering, because it's not released yet. Oh, the S10 Plus. Here we go. It is going to be $1,000 even.
So just what? What was the last one? 900.
So yeah, $900 for the S10 and $999 for the S10 Plus, and you can get that in ceramic white, ceramic black, prism white, prism black, prism blue, and the weird
flamingo
pink flamingo.
That's funny. So yeah, it looks like you can do Verizon. It's gonna be like $41.
Yeah, I mean that's
pretty steep.
Huge fan of Verizon, so Verizon gang, 100%.
Verizon gang.
So now we're just moving into really just open discussion, any cool tech that we found over the last couple of days. I found this really cool piece of tech. Let me pull it up real quick. The other day that for the Apple gang users, it is a wheel that you can so you'll put on a MacBook. I have a MacBook Pro charger. It comes with that huge brick, and then it comes with the magnetic 2 charging port thing, and then you can switch out between the plug and then the long cord and with the plug on it. Horrible description, but
no, I totally understand what you're talking about. It's
a wheel, so you walk the middle brick into the middle of the wheel, and then you can roll up the both ends of the charger into it, and so whenever you need it, it's just fully organized, connected, and you can wheel out as much as you need without having to have this whole mess and getting in people's way. It's just compactable and compartmentable in your backpack or in your office.
What is it called?
One second. I'm trying to find it. MacBook Pro charging wheel. Yeah. The side winder, the original MacBook charger winder by FuseReel MagSafe. That's what it's called, MagSafe 2. It fits right in your pocket even, or your backpack. Actually, I probably wouldn't put it in your pocket. But, so it's really just an extender or not really an extender, but just organizer. And that's what I like whenever I am filling my backpack with tech, is to be able to be as organized and as possible without my backpack being a mess. Because I'm a very organized person. So this will definitely help me.
I'm honestly thinking about getting that because that's a really good idea.
Yeah, I mean, now that you've got, your MacBook Pro, that is definitely a plus to using it.
It's a little bulky, but I mean, it keeps the cables nice and wound, so
yeah,
I think it makes up for it.
I mean, my charger is kind of crapping out on me because I've just used and abused it by winding it up in the, like the 2 prongs that come out of the charger. It's being used and abused like that, and it's not working half the time and working half the time. So I would definitely recommend getting this just to save you on that. It comes at a price of $28.99. For Prime members, you can get it in 2 days with Amazon Prime. Amazing length control. The Sidewinder does not include a charger. just in case it wasn't obvious.
Someone who's thinking they're gonna get a charger for $29.
Hey man, you'd be surprised. I was almost thinking about getting another charger, but they're $80.
Yeah, I have an off-brand one just because of that.
Really? How's the off-brand working so far?
It gets really, really hot, like to the point where if I pick it up, it burns. So I wouldn't recommend it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It gets really hot.
That is not fun at all, I imagine.
No.
Oh man, just a lot of cool tech has come out, and I'm looking forward to what Apple's response is to this. Yeah. And really, I mean, do you have any open discussions? Anything you want to talk about? Sort
of. So I've been seeing commercials on NBA, like when I'm watching like Thunder games and stuff, of how you can sit courtside using VR. So they start offering VR courtside. So like you throw on your Rift or your Vive and you're courtside at a game. But like the only thing, so it says experience live games and free highlights courtside. So it's like you're actually there, right? Mm-hmm. Huh. All you have to do is just pay for if you have an NBA League Pass subscription, then you automatically get it. Wow. But I think it's only certain games. Like I don't know if like Thunder games are on there.
Probably not.
Nope, they are.
Oh, wow,
on.
Really?
Yeah, well, it's not till it's not for a while. Like is that December? No, that's not this year, is it? Oh, no, that's not this year. Hold on, let me see. March, what is it? Yeah, I don't think there's any more Thunder ones. There's like one Thunder game for all of 2019, or 2018 and 2019. We'll take.
Well, I mean, either way, that's still such a cool concept, especially since...
No, yeah, it is.
NBA tickets are so expensive. You're either paying $200 to sit not in the nosebleeds or $30 to sit all the way at the top and having to experience that.
Having to experience that.
It is not fun. I've been in the nosebleeds for a Thunder game, and it's cool. The atmosphere is cool, but at the same time, I could have just watched it at home and felt the same experience.
That's the only experience I have at Thunder games is nosebleeds, so... Maybe if I get a VR, I will be courtside. Catch me courtside, all right?
Catch me courtside online.
tries to take a picture of it, and it's like your living room.
Man, I mean, that's really cool though. I know the NFL is trying to do that, and it's slowly catching on. Really. Any news in your life? I recently just joined the collegiate, the intramural Rocket League team.
Yeah, I saw that OSU was playing in a tournament.
Yeah,
recently
the collegiate tournament. We got 3-0'd. Probably because I wasn't on the team.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't want me.
Was
on
that the first game, or was that like that was
the first game of the series? So it's I think 3 days, and yeah. That's
do you just play like on a server, or do you go to like
you play at home and you play on a server. They'll give you the server name, they'll give you the time. I'm assuming. So I know they played. It's best of 5 games.
Yeah.
Got 3-0'd.
It's still cool though to see that
Yeah, I mean,
Oklahoma State's represented.
I don't even think OU showed up to their game. The University of Tulsa was there, which was really cool to watch. Yeah. I'm just really happy, I guess, to see that more colleges are recognizing esports and I mean, not that OSU sponsored or like said anything about it, but like just that we can represent our college in more ways than just, softball, track, baseball, whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think it's really cool.
Gaming goes a long way. I feel like we talk about gaming every time we do the podcast.
Hey, it's all right. It's a tech podcast.
Hey, it's a part of
gaming
my life.
Is tech.
It's a part of everybody's lives in some way, some shape or form. Now,
you know what's been a pretty big part of my life here recently?
Mm-hmm. Fortnite.
No,
gang.
I said no, not Fortnite. 3D printing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, like I've been like just trying to find useful things to print, right? Mm-hmm. But I always find myself printing not useful things.
Honestly, I would probably print the dumbest things all the time.
I printed a Tesla.
Dude, I love Teslas. Was that why you asked me what color?
Yeah, I was gonna give it to you, but it didn't turn out as good as I wanted it to. So
I thought you were gonna buy me a Tesla.
Yeah. Hey, what color Tesla are you like? I'm at the dealership right now.
20 years from now, I know I'm gonna get that same text, and then a Tesla's gonna show up outside my house.
You're not gonna buy a Tesla yourself 20 years from now?
Oh, I am. I mean, I can always use two. One for the weekdays, one for weekends,
It's like by then you're gonna be that like the old guy that always wanted a Tesla, right? And it's like seeing people drive around in their like dream cars that aren't nice anymore.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm gonna have my Tesla like guaranteed 2 or 3 years after college. It's gonna be my dream car. Instead of getting a mortgage and getting a house, doing all the lame stuff. Paying off your debt. Yeah, no, it's definitely adding on more debt.
Tesla.
Freaking 2019 Tesla Model X. It's fully self-driving, everything like that. Dances.
Man, go all out.
Yeah, man. I mean, dream car. You gotta dream big, right?
Exactly. If anyone is listening, I don't think we're watching at this point. I think we're listening. And you want something 3D printed, just let me know. I'll print it for you for being a loyal listener.
Loyal listener.
Anything you can think of.
Do you want to give them an email?
Just comment down below. Nah, just comment.
Okay, yeah, comment's fine.
Yeah.
Are we gonna post this on YouTube and iTunes?
Actually, yeah. If it's on iTunes, then just message us on Twitter.
You can tweet us on Twitter, or you can give us a review, which I highly recommend you do. Give us a 5-star review, comment what you want printed, or tag us on Twitter, and we'll do it. Well, I won't do it. Antonio will do it.
He will do it. He'll do it in spirit.
I will tell him, I'll inform him like, hey, this guy wants this, and I'll make sure you get your stuff.
At that point, I'll be like, yeah, I already saw it and I already gave it to him.
Right? Oh, man. Closing thoughts, just really excited for Samsung, really excited for the Galaxy S10 Plus. Yeah. I think next week we're going to cover a bit more interesting tech rather than just one conference, and definitely, hopefully will be a longer episode than about 40 minutes, but we'll see what happens. We're both busy, but not busy enough for this podcast, because this is what we look forward to doing every week.
Yeah, every week.
I can't tell you how much I missed recording the podcast when I was down in Lubbock, Texas. In the fun hole of Texas. Are you choking?
Yeah, just keep going.
Anyways, I'm just trying to cover up Antonio dying in the background.
I'm literally dying back here. Don't mind me.
Anyways, guys, just thank you so much for listening and sticking with us. I know our schedule has been a little rough this past couple weeks, but everything
hopefully in a few weeks we'll have a more stable kind of recording setup.
Yes.
And whatnot.
It has been a traveling reckless nightmare for me, but it will be on a regular schedule by next week, and we will get way better content, way more in-depth stuff, it can only get better from here, ladies and gentlemen. Even though we don't have video, it'll get way better.
Hey, you know, that's all they need is audio.
Exactly.
They can picture our faces.
Exactly.
Just watch our last video, mute it, and then play this one.
Right? And just
our mouth may not match up, but that's all right.
Hey, you can still see us be live and well on over there. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Look forward to our next post and keep up to date on TechTalk and everything tech on our Twitter page at TechTalk NA, and make sure you're following us on YouTube. I don't remember the YouTube URL off the top of my head. I think it's youtube.com/tech. You know what?
Just search.
Yeah, just search TechTalk. Either way, they both work.
TechTalk NA.
Yeah, TechTalk NA. It's our universal channel type thing. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. This has been Tech Talk with Antonio and Noah, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.